Good morning, Facebook. Hello, hello. Good morning. August 20th. August 20th, live at 9:30. My Facebook lives are getting later every day this week because we're exhausted. It's been a busy week, and the week's not over. And I got staff in the kitchen right now working. We don't open until 5 o'clock today, but staff's there right now working, getting stuff prepped. As soon as I get done with this Facebook Live, I'm jumping in the kitchen and doing work. Lots of work today. So we're very fortunate to have enough staff at the restaurant, plenty of staff. Great team here. We just have a lot of business, and I keep saying it's not a staffing issue. We have a spacing issue. But Jamie and I are nonstop all this week, even prior to this week. We've been very, very busy with catering parties. But we're trying to get a big catering party out today, and we have to do more proposals for more catering parties and weddings and bridal showers and all these kinds of things that people are just calling about, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. So it's my sound check. I'm live. Notification went out. Don't get me wrong. Jamie and I are very, very happy about being super busy. And of course, you have to take advantage of it when it's here because we all know that things can change very, very rapidly. And we try not to say no to business. So this weekend, because of all the parties that we're doing and everything that's going on, if you're coming in Saturday, we have a limited menu on Saturday. It's just what we have to do. It's one of those things that we close and not open at all for a la carte and just do all the obligations we have with parties and stuff, or do we open up with a limited menu? So we're opening up with a limited menu. There's still 75% of the things you can get on the menu, so it's not that limited, but we had to shorten it down to make it feasible to save on space and execution in the kitchen, get things out of the kitchen in a more timely fashion. So that's the story with that. Good morning, everybody tuning in. Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Billy. Of course, Jamie's live. Jamie's next door. I'm in the office. It's been an interesting week here, very interesting week, busy week. So that's for Saturday. Sunday we're open regular time, 3 o'clock, regular menu, back to a full menu. Sunday we have no catering on Sunday. No other catering parties on Sunday. So it's just going to be a regular, busy, packed day here at the restaurant, which is fantastic as well. Last night, Jamie and Justin were catering a big event at a local space, a big local Airbnb, not our Airbnb, but an Airbnb that's like, I don't know, it's like $5,000-$6,000 a night, this one property. So so Jamie was up there doing that last night, and the restaurant was mobbed. We were packed last night. We were really, really busy last night. It was live jazz last night. Garden was busy. The bar was busy. I was in the kitchen cooking. I was pouring beer. We sold a lot of great beer last night. If any of you beer aficionados are out there, beer geeks, if you haven't seen our bottled beer list, it's like top notch. We sold a beer last night that was $80 and another beer that was probably $30 or $40. Some very small bottle of beer, about $30, and another bigger bottle of beer that was $80. And the guy's like, I've been eyeing this beer. And I was literally only able to get 6 of these beers back in 2010, the Stoli Notch. I don't have a bottle here, but we're winding down on that. 2010 Stoli Notch was $80 on our list. And the guy let me taste a little bit. It was one of my all-time favorite beers. And it's super rare, very hard to get. They don't even import it every year. And we were able to get one six-pack in 2010. So 2010, it was drinking beautifully. The guy really enjoyed it, Stoli Notch. Then we had a Brunello-aged beer from Tuscany that was sold last night. So we have a lot of super rare vintage beers, some gems on our list. It looks like a wine list with a lot of really high-end goodies on it. Then, of course, we have our tap beers, which, we have Sloop Juice Bomb, Smutty Nose, Brown Dog. Our taps are I don't want to say they're over the top, our taps. We have good craft beer on tap. We have no big brands, good craft beer on top, but it's a basic great IPA, good IPA. It's a good brown ale. It's a good whatever. They're good of what they are, but they're not like wow over the top, highly sought out beers on our draft, except for the one line which we do vintage beers. We do a vintage aged beer on there, at least 1 to 2, sometimes 3 years old. We tap something that's drinking amazing, so that's really cool. So one of our lines is dedicated to that. Thanks, Joel. Everything ATB is top notch. Hi, Robert. If you're tuning in, hi, Jordan, Chris, of course. If you're tuning in, drop a comment, #live. If it's on the replay, #replay. Replays are always on YouTube, and they can be found here on Facebook. You can go to our live stream videos and see any previous live stream videos. So if I'm saying something now that you want to listen to next week, you can go back into our feed or go into our videos, and all that stuff is there. Somebody called me yesterday and says, you made a comment the other day on something, and somebody shared it. Where do I find it? Your live video, it must be gone. I'm like, no, they're saved on Facebook. Go back. This is the day we talked about that, and go back there and do that. So that's a cool. Maybe I'll link it from our website. So so I've been in the office here, responding to a couple reviews on Google today. Responding to a couple really awesome 5-star reviews, and then of course I responded to a 1-star review just now as well on Google. I knew the lady was going to give us a 1-star review. I totally knew it. She wasn't happy with me when she left last night. Not happy at all. We were packed. I'm cooking in the kitchen. Quinn, who works for us, comes in and puts a ticket in. It's a mushroom risotto. Then she comes back a couple minutes later and she goes, and I'm cooking the mushroom risotto. And she's like, that mushroom risotto, the lady changed her order again. It's scallop risotto now. It's like, okay, scallop risotto. So I give that mushroom risotto to another table. We maneuver things around. Because you just, like when you're cooking, you have to like go and order the tickets. There's no like saying, oh, this ticket over here, let's put it in front. And just because it changes how things are being cooked in the kitchen. Sometimes you want to change things because something else is ready in a prior time. Doesn't take as long. So sometimes you want to say, hey, can I get this ticket out right now, even though it didn't come in order? I worked at a place, when I worked at the Greenbrier, they were so strict that the ticket order comes in at the ticket order, and there was nothing but somebody there with a clipboard. Table 102 comes in, it comes in at 7 o'clock. Table 108 comes in, 7:04. And like if I wanted to put up table 108, the table that came in at 7:04, before the table that came in at 7 o'clock, I was told, no, you can't. You got to go in order. Like and you're like, man, oh man. It was really tough and difficult to do. So sometimes we maneuver things based upon, hey, burgers take easier than, whatever dish, or that pizza can go out really quick, or the tuna's already seared and it's just we have to slice it and put it out. So she comes back and it's a system back there. So Quinn comes back and goes, she changed her mind. I said, okay, do me a favor, re-ring the ticket in so she gets charged properly, bring me a new ticket, and we'll maneuver things around. So we did that. Then all of a sudden she comes back in 5 minutes later and goes, okay, the lady switched her mind again. She wants to get the mushroom risotto. I'm like, okay, switch gears again. Like, let's switch gears again. Put this table off on the side. Now things are suffering because you're moving tables around where food has got to get up and get out. So now all of a sudden we're maneuvering things around again for this lady. So Quinn, it was totally our fault. Forgot to take the scallop risotto off and charge her for the mushroom risotto because it happened 3 times. It's a total mistake. It was our fault. So Quinn goes to give her check, and she gives her a credit card, and she's like, and Quinn's like, you want to see the bill? And she's like, I don't want to see the bill. I don't want to see the bill. She was upset. I don't want to see the bill. So Quinn brings back the check to her, and it was so much more than, it was $10 more. She goes, I don't understand. This isn't adding up. But she didn't want to look at her bill. So I looked and I said, okay. She goes, I had mushroom risotto, originally scallop. I said, okay, I know what happened. I said, actually, I know what happened because I cooked your dish. And the tickets came in. It never got switched back. I apologize. It's an easy fix. Let's go get you a refund now because the credit card was already swiped. And she's like, and you could tell she was just in a really upset mood. And I'm like, I'm sorry about this. We're super busy tonight. She was able to service. Our server went to the table next to us twice and didn't even come to us. She went 3 times to take your order. She was at your table, right? So I'm like, I'm really sorry. We're obviously very busy. And, I kind of threw it off in the kitchen, you doing that, so it kind of pushed things around. And she complained to Quinn at another point that our menu prices are in the wrong place on our menu. So we'll list, like, ribeye steak, $30, and then we'll do the description underneath it. She goes, well, in New Jersey, you always put the price in the bottom of the description. I don't know what the difference is, except for if you're trying to hide a price, you tuck it into the bottom of the description because you want them to read the description and sell it and then hopefully charge a higher price. That's a tactic, a restaurant marketing tactic. We put our price right next to the item. Ribeye steak, $30, whatever it is, $20, $30, $40, and in the description of what it is. So she was upset that the prices weren't in the right place. They're actually more clear and visible. Of all the things to complain about, like, well, your prices aren't in the right place. well, no, they're easier for you to see and visible, and we're not hiding the prices. That was one of her complaints, and so I said, no, I'm sorry, this and that, and you can tell she was just like very cold and standoffish, and I'm like, and she's like, I just don't understand, like, and I'm like, I'm telling you, this is what happened. You moved your order, this, whatever. I'm sorry, I can fix it. So when she's all done with that, I mean, I walk out front, I walk back in the kitchen, she was all done with that. I said, thank you very much, appreciate your business. And she just, the head down and out. I'm like, wow, you can't even did you have that bad of a meal here? You ate all your food. Did you have that bad of a meal? Did you have that bad of a meal, like where you're now all of a sudden your day's ruined? So your night's ruined because you had that bad of a meal. So I said to the staff, I said, did they leave a gratuity? Because, they leave a gratuity. Like how mad are they? They leave a gratuity. And nothing on the credit card bill and nothing in cash on the table. So they're outside still. They didn't walk to the front door. They went outside. So I went outside and I said, was service that bad? Like, was service really that? I said, was service that terrible tonight? Where you didn't have to leave it. We didn't leave a tip. And they go, no. They go, well, there was no place for us to leave a tip, is what she said. There's no place for us to leave a tip. And I said, on the credit card slip, there was no line? She goes, no, there was no line. Else we would have left a tip. I said, okay, I'm just asking because, you were upset. And, I want to know if service was that terrible. The tip's not merit. I mean, our staff is working very, very hard. Staff is working very hard. You can see we're extremely busy. And, so then she's like, well, there was no place and this and that. I'm like, well, if you want to go back and if you want to go back in and leave something for the staff, you can. If you don't have to, is what I said to her. So it's your choice. You don't have to, but I'm just checking because, we did make a mistake, apologize, whatever, all that. And so she came in and left $5. So up comes the bad review, right? Instantly comes up the bad review. I knew the bad review was coming. How dare I? She's left here shaking and this and that, and the server only came to her table twice when she changed the order 3 times. The server only came twice, and then she's just never go here, warning people not to come here and this and that, and the chef is arrogant and this and that, and I apologized to her up front. I'm sorry, fix it. And then when I thank you and say, good night, thank you, and you just look and can't even acknowledge, really, if you're so you understand that things happen, and it wasn't a mistake that happened that was totally uncalled for. You switch your order 3 times. There's 3 separate tickets going to the kitchen. At a point, there might be a wrong price because we might not have charged the right price from going back and forth, and that's what happened. And I apologize when we fixed it. So that was the situation. So we got a 1 star for that. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming when I actually did that last night. But again, it's just one of those things where we're wrong. We're wrong, and I'm happy to fix things. I'm very happy to fix things, and we are wrong on situations, and happy to fix it. Happy to change it. We're happy to comp things. We're happy to do anything. We're not perfect. So, but a lot of times, a lot of people think the guest is right all the time, and guests come in, and it's when people walk in, some people walk in with, not saying this person did, but some people walk in with attitudes and all this kinds of stuff, and just expect. I mean, I wish more people could work the restaurant industry. Would be really the most interesting thing. Like when people actually worked the restaurant industry and dealt with so many different people every night with all these constraints. And I mean, most restaurants just don't have enough staff. We're fortunate we have enough staff. We just don't have enough space. It's a spacing issue. It's just amazing that restaurants just. Somebody said to me the other day they walked into a restaurant and the dining room was empty and it's an hour wait. And the person's like, what do you mean it's an hour wait? But people don't understand that. Like when people walk in and they see our dining room's empty, I'm sorry, I don't have any tables. What do you mean I don't have any tables? I see tables right here. Well, no, we're only doing outside tonight because our outside is much bigger and busier than the inside. And I don't have enough kitchen space to have 18 tables outside, 15 tables inside, and 2 tables out front. Like we literally doubled our space, more than doubled our space with COVID because we expanded our outside garden and we seat out there. So it's really a challenge. Our kitchen's not big enough. Kitchen is not big enough at all. to do that. So that's it. So Jamie's doing another catering party today. And then no catering party. Catering tomorrow. No catering party on Sunday. Monday is no. I don't know if we're doing a beer or wine dinner. I don't know. Jamie's walking in the door right now. Jamie, is there a beer dinner on Monday? Is there a beer dinner on Monday? Nope, no beer dinner on Monday. Nothing on Monday except regular service. Next wine dinner is the 30th, which will be coming up with a theme for that. 4 wines and a dish for $29. And that's it, folks. Everybody have a great day. Have an amazing day. I don't know if it's supposed to rain or what. It was supposed to rain all week. And it seems like we got lucky this week and didn't get as much rain, but it looks like it's calling for rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're doing outdoor dining. Weather permitting is the key to that. Weather permitting. So, which was why sometimes we're very hesitant to take more reservations, because if you're sitting outside, you're under a tent, which is great for you, but our staff has to run back and forth in the rain. Not great for them. So what happens is when it's raining, we switch gears and we bring people inside. 18 tables outside. Pre-pandemic, I only had 15 tables inside. Now I only have like 8, 9 tables inside because we still have our marketplace going on. So we would instantly be like a doctor's office with a big waiting room and nobody know what's going on. So we try to avoid that on rainy days. So if it's a rainier day, we typically take less reservations because you'll be sitting inside as opposed to outside. So that's the story with that. That's why. All right, folks, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Really, really appreciate the support. So that's it, folks. Everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.